Yo, yo, yo. Why is that broken? Fine, doesn't matter. Matters is that we're here. Hope everyone is well. It is time to wrap up our time at Kennesaw State of our final season. We will be going out along with our starting quarterback. He should be going to the league. And we'll be finding us a new school to go build. This is going to be a great time. Aaron, Rosie, Loops, hello. How we doing? Priest is so over right now. Priest deserves to be over, okay? Priest is amazing. We will not stand any Damian Priest slander. Only a matter of time before his talent got recognized. So, am I going crazy, or is there like a really thin black border on this? I might be going crazy. It looks like to me that there's a thin black border and there shouldn't be. Can we confirm? Oh no, Rosie, that's no fun. And what is that image? Hang on a second. What is that? That's not a Muna. Jones is joining the New Day? Now that's interesting. But why? Are are you Mr. X or are you Muna? We need answers, Rosie. Mr. Muna? Oh Lord. That sounds disgusting. You know, Kennesaw can't be mad about my leave, because I'm leaving them with a pretty stellar roster, if I do say so myself. Ignore the fullback. Fullback doesn't matter anyways. Look at this. Look at what we're leaving behind. Play Resident Evil 7 like a real gamer. Is this what we're doing? Are we snatching Razzie's thing? Give me that. I do fear that things at the new school when we move could be too easy. It's a fear that I have. Could end up being too easy to build them up. fullback can go. They're not going to have a use. I can't encourage. I can't bring myself to encourage that many people to leave. I would feel like I'm trying to bone the next coach, and that's not the plan. We didn't build the school up for the next, or to set him up for failure under a new coach. However, there is always the possibility that the new coach makes it fall apart anyways. $99 plus player pick. I was sound familiar with your game. Ooh. Yo. Bean. Bean, how we doing, friend? Beeb. No, I am much better than what I had been the last couple days. Much better. Rosie, you are once again being asked, what is that? Why is that? How is that? Multiple 96, 97 rated players, and even a 98. Los Soso is a baller. That is wild. He's only good enough to get on the bench. What I'm hearing there is that for the most part he's just mid. And it seems that we know somebody who knows a lot about mid. I believe they have a PFP that doesn't match their name. I mean, you said it. All I said was you know a lot about mid. You're the one that mentioned being mid. But Larvesta's not mid. Imagine being so mid that you think Larvesta is mid. Couldn't be me. Put some respect on my boy's name. Dude's name was Bud. Mahoo.
We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top,
I mean, Louisville's got some pretty great names over here. Hook.
That's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on
#1,
the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse.
That's how good we are. We haven't even played a game this season, and we're #1. The only scary part of the remake are the lickers. The what? The what? We are 10 seconds in and we're already in the red zone. We already have a red zone alert. We were 10 seconds into the game. You know, as somebody who's out here licking shinies all the time, you'd think that Rosie would like the lickers.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And there was nowhere to go.
Oh, Loops, that is a scary thought. Dude, what are these plays? Hold on. Does Maul burn here?
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short.
Yes, he does.
Makes the catch.
He gets open.
They'll have it 1st and goal. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route.
I mean, isn't that everything in Resident Evil? Doesn't everything in Resident Evil try to kill you? Oh, what in the world? I don't like that. That is... I don't even know if I say that's scary. It's unsettling for sure. What is... Oh, no. No, I did not Google it. As soon as you said you were going to DM it, I went over to the Discord and just had the DM set open. I seen it as soon as it came through. And I wish I hadn't. Because that's disgusting. You get an achievement for shooting it in the butthole. That sounds like the most like South Park thing. Is this a South Park horror game? I mean, I'm pretty sure every game that we play this year is just going to be utter domination. Dennis Rodman's daughter? Does she have 99 rebounding? Can she rebound like her daddy?
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes
it
grab. It's Shabera. Finally run out of bounds.
Rosie, you did not. You actually didn't. Why are you like this?
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air.
We are once again asking, why are you like this? Also, I love how we keep cooking so hard through the air that the computer's just like, no, you have to run this. When it starts simming, they're just like, nah, your team has got to run this. You are just cooking these boys. And even then, the running backs are just cooking them. This is...
The give as they work on that clock. Oh, he gave him a dead leg.
You're double dead legged.
They score yet another touchdown. And everybody...
Is it going to wind up playing this off so that when by the time it's said and done for Matlock, he's a 99 junior? Because that would be insane. I don't think he redshirted. So he has to have another year at Kennesaw. Unless he enters the portal. Which honestly, I think I could see a lot of the team trying to enter the portal if I change schools. And who knows, if any of the ones that I would like to get if any of the ones that I was excited about the recruiting of enters the portal, you know, I might actually have to just jump at the opportunity to bring them with me. Like, I hope Oscar Bad News enters, just because I really want to have Oscar Bad News on this team. Program tradition just went up. Brand exposure just went up. Like, this team's going to grade well in everything when I leave. Like, the next coach is going to be a recruiting god. Or they're going to specifically look for somebody who's really good at recruiting. Ooh, coach prestige is a big one. I might get this middle linebacker to jump and run. Rosie, Jesus. What's your deal breaker? Proximity to home? That's what we're going to do this on then. I think everybody's scheduled to visit me at the Air Force game too. It does match your name. It's just the number of changes that we've already seen.
Welcome to Kennesaw, Georgia, in the greater Atlanta area and home to the Owls of Kennesaw State, where these fans have been eagerly anticipating this one all week. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see.
See, we try and laugh about the fact that Rosie keeps getting stuck as ridiculous names for 2 weeks at a time. But then she turns around and she does something like this, where she just starts changing her image or PFP like 8 times a stream. So it's all about that balance, you know?
Going up top. Throws to the tight end. Complete downfield.
Something has to change at every given minute.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1 yard.
You really gonna do Carly like that?
On second and goal, they believe he's got a nose for the goal line.
Carly deserves better.
He'll take it in. Touchdown, Owls.
Wow, okay.
This team has shown earlier this year, it does not take them long to find their footing.
Also, I'm working on a thing that might lead to there being actually 2 strands tomorrow. Put that out there. There might end up being a second one.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got him down.
If there is, it's going to be earlier and shorter than
Touchdown,
the night one. Matt, how we doing? I mean, Rosie knowing your skill issue of sleeping at all? Probably. Grab epic. Yo, got a cookout over there? Cookout is great.
Defense finally makes the
Cookout is
stop.
fantastic.
Sweet run and good gain. Kennesaw State right back to work. Might as well give it to him again. That run epitomizes
I haven't gone in a hot
veteran,
minute, though.
savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Is
They'll snap this one
the
from
cook
the 32.
the cookout location near me is just kind of a headache to get in and out of.
Going deep. He's got it down the left side. He's off to the races. You don't give a hoot.
You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. That's gonna be Loops' favorite part of me going to a different school, is he's not gonna have to hear that anymore.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was hit just as he...
You just got home with food? Enjoying your burger in the car where you were unbothered? I mean, that is valid. Never.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Got it inside the 10.
Can we type? Can we type, Rosie? Please. Just once.
Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab.
Yo! How did he get out of that?
Kennesaw State, and the beatdown has ensued.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an extra
How did he get out of that?
another score for this
Antoine Trinidad is just built
great day,
different.
and the stats just continue to pile on.
There's no reason he's not tackled right there after the catch. Three. Welcome to the slapper ride. Not gonna finish that. I'm sorry, was that 435 receiving yards? Did I read that right? I only like half paid attention to the stat line it just showed, but hang on a second. Yes, it was. Yeah, we're talking about Trinidad being built different, just being him for not getting tackled on that catch. This dude had 11 catches for 435. Crowning. Crown that man. Like, if that game alone does not make him a first round pick, then I swear nothing was going to. How did our championship contender go down? We just had a guy go for 435 yards receiving and 6 touchdowns. I don't care if it was an FCS school. Those numbers are ridiculous. I'm gonna bring you in for the A&M game. And I guess I'll also bring you in for the A&M game. Christian Lord. Okay. Okay. Guys, we, we are recruiting Jesus. I mean, the school's located in the Bible Belt. We have to recruit Christian Lord. It has to be a thing. Okay, what championship contender is your deal breaker? Not week 4, week 5. Team meeting. How do I know nothing about you? Brand exposure. It's a podcast. Okay. So we have recruited our entire recruiting board. I'm pretty sure we somehow are going to, within like the first 5 weeks of the season, have recruited 10 5-star recruits, and we're not even staying at this school. Abby, how was Berber? Good night, Rosie.
Taking on the #1 team in the land, the Kennesaw State Owls, for EA Sports College Football.
How does my defense need my help against airports? What am I supposed to do against the Air Force?
He'll try to pop the draw. And how about that? First down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And he'll try.
You won't wake up at 5. It's gonna be 4. I have been the king today in what little bit I've actually played this game today. Doing my offline one. I have been the king of getting that free run to block the kick and missing the block. That is at least the 4th time today that I've done that. Crystal, hello, how you doing? Four is even worse. I mean, fine, Rosie. 3, take it or leave it.
He rifles one deep down the right side. They make the
Skill issue is going to bed.
on it, 1st and goal.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in.
It might be worse, but you know what? Deserved.
And he takes it in for the score.
Very much deserved. Manuski. That's a name.
3rd and long.
I don't remember recruiting you. Who are you?
Fires a bullet to the right. He's got
You
it down
you're
there
good.
for a huge
So I'll
gain.
take that.
You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. And once he got away from the D, they had
We're patiently awaiting to find out how Loops feels about you don't give a hoot.
trying to pound
Kennesaw
it in.
State does.
Touchdown.
Touchdown Owls.
And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3.
Matt, it is. It sure is. Matt, how are we doing? How has your day
3rd down, he
been?
drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
You finished sword? Ooh. Very nice, very nice. Talking just main story or finished getting charm? What did we finish here? Just sheer curiosity.
They're going to throw it to start the drive.
Aaron, how you doing?
It's caught. Made a defender miss.
That was the weakest juke that's led to a miss that I have ever seen. The main story? Yo. Are we planning on going for charm? Is that something that we have, or that is in the cards there? Is that, or because I can help out. Just sending some stuff over if you want charm. You just have to have every Pokemon in the game registered as being owned. Even if they're not actively in the file at that point. As long as it says that you've obtained them, you get the shiny charm. Then you just go pick it up in the Ice City. I do not remember hardly any of the city names in Sword and Shield. I'm very bad with Sword and Shield names. Yeah, because I know with Charm, your shinies and DAs are 1 in 100. It's literally the best odds for a shiny that the game gives. There's just a lot of work that has to be put into getting them. Ooh, we draw on fusions. We're drawing fusions. Do we choose chaos? Because I kind of want to choose chaos. And I mean, what could be more chaotic than fusing Mr. Mime and Miltank? Because something about that feels horribly, horribly cursed. Wow. Okay, so two of those recruits didn't even wait until they got their visit. Oh no, that one did visit me. What about the Alabama scrub down here? Also visited. Imagine attending a game on a visit that's an absolute... Nick doesn't think you have the patience for shiny hunting. Oh yeah, if you can do 700 plus island resets in Animal Crossing, then you can shiny hunt. That is a very solid point. Used my pass. What do you mean I used my pass already?
Game of the week. Finally, it's here. The focus of the college football world right here on this field today, and we can't wait. Both teams have circled this game on their schedule.
Oh yes, villager. I mean, villager. What is villager hunting if not somehow more severe shiny hunting?
We'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the winners of 3 straight
Because
Kennesaw State Owls. For EA Sports College Football.
I mean, while technically the odds are better, you can't even guarantee that the villager that you're going for on the island runs can even be there. Hey, yo. Tomorrow night? I have to make sure I get popped in for that. Gotta make sure I make it over there.
Run it. It's Shabira. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
'Cause I shouldn't.
Hurry-up mode.
Because I know around the time that you're usually live, I'm not. So
They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a 1st down. Quarterback checks the defensive look.
don't have any reason
Gets past the
or
tackler.
anything that would interfere with being able to make it over.
Tackle, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
Also, Spleaking. Yep.
On 1st and 10,
Speaking of plans, Matt, do you have anything going on tomorrow? You got anything anything you cooking up?
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the
No, I do be
quarterback's
cooking.
anticipation was-
You get cast into another show, then the evenings will be busy again. Oh yeah, this is true. Auditions next week. Good luck with those. Good luck with those.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Helping a friend pick up a chair and maybe kayak.
Get down now.
Ooh,
Every play important down here in the red zone.
that sounds like a fun time.
Makes the
Ah,
and he's brought down, but there is a penalty mark.
I know what the flag is. I chose to hit him.
Ouch, that is an
Bought a pack of cards today, so you need to not spend much more coming up. Oh,
after the throw.
yeah.
The Aggies looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal.
Feel that. I haven't even been able to get some cards for a minute.
Grab behind the line. It's Little. Defense drops him for a loss.
I think the last cards that I got was the
A long drive. Here's play number 9.
one of the Paldean Fates tins.
Pass here on 2nd down. Trying to create outside the. You don't make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And I think literally just before that was when I got the ETB for Paldean Fates. I've not been paying attention.
Lets it fly to the wideout.
I-
The senior tries to take a shot, but overthrows his man. So 2nd down after the incompletion.
I'm not entirely sure why
Snap, they'll set up to throw.
I haven't paid attention,
He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone?
seeing how I am with sports, but
So the offense.
like all I know, because I came across a post for it, is that or the last I saw, China was no longer
Down, out of the shotgun.
the lone leader in golds.
Caught way down.
'Cause we had tied them.
Huge gain.
Man, that's his second touchdown.
It's looking extra
This
cursed,
guy's winning every
just
one.
as expected. As expected and as planned.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Fires it to his target.
Ah,
Incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
I thought I had enough of an opening over there,
It's a back play right here.
but I fell right into his trap.
With the wide receiver, and the thing that I love, and a lot of defensive backs don't have the ability to do, he gets his head turned around, eyes on the quarterback to know when the ball's coming to allow him to knock it away.
This is probably a bad call. That's a lot of linebackers. Go ahead off to bed.
Shotgun here on
Alright,
3rd
bet.
down.
Hope you get you some good sleep. I'm sure I will see you at Nick's in the morning.
So the offense flexing Kirk and stretching the lead.
Unless I've missed something and he's not streaming. But I don't think I've missed anything.
4th down. He's throwing for it. And they can't complete it. It's a
I'm so glad we didn't get the play action. Bet.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Finds his man.
I'm patiently awaiting the day that he gives a starting word that is the word without knowing it's the word. And you know, the one time that did happen, it's because Hefty told him what it was.
Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. No, he didn't get there.
Yeah, I'm ready for the one where he just accidentally does it.
No, he stopped short on. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick.
I'm not gonna lie, there was until he said something I didn't either.
Team able to recover the football. Great move in the open field. So now
I'd gotten to the point where I found that
comes the field goal unit.
it was, or I was actually able to keep up with doing the wordles just using that whatever that starting word was.
He's got it from 40.
You know, exactly. I was just like, yo, there's no way that he actually just did this.
This defense on 4th down. And that's it. The game will end on one last incompletion.
Like this coming from the one that kept freaking out about you getting him in 3. Superman is immune to Dracula? I need an explanation here, Loops. Right, because I mean, like, you see, the thought process that I have on that is that while also knowing that he's just teasing, is that if you were cheating on your Wordle, you would not be constantly getting him in 3. You're going to cheat on the Wordle, it's going to be to get it in 1 every time. Like, who cheats to get to get it halfway through? Would you refuse to get no more cursed fusions? Gotten it in 4 before too? Yeah. So I think I do remember a time or two that it was 4. Yeah, it's just like that thought of, you're not popping it every day going, I got it first try. Like now, if every day you were saying you got it in 1, then yeah, it would be a question. You tell him that he gets excited and that he gets it in like 5. Right? Didn't he get it in like 5 that day? Or something like that, 5 or 6, and he was just like, come on. Well, I believe we need some new prospects. Yeah, never got it in 1. I mean, 1 is not an easy one to get it in. You're really gonna proximity to a home deal breaker as a top 10 receiver in the class. That actually disgusts me. I can't even lie. The proximity to home recruits are kind of disgusting. I'm only going to target needs since, you know, we had it out. You know what? I'll blocking tight end. I could give him a blocking tight end and just leave because you did it on stream once. Just left it alone. I mean, that is fair. If anything was going to prove it to him that you weren't cheating on it, it's just doing it live. Yeah, it's Nick. Between teasing and throwing up debates. There are two certainties with Nick. He's either going to tease or stir up a debate. And it's almost always over semantics. That one rant the one morning was too funny, right? The day I sent him off on the tangent just because I popped into the chat and I asked if Bingo was the farmer or the dog.
Welcome to Amherst, Massachusetts, and McGurk Alumni Stadium, home to the Minutemen of UMass, just a stone's throw away from where the heart of the American Revolution was fought, and we
Went on a whole tangent
on the gridiron
about
this
those
one.
questions.
What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it.
I like how one of those literally says there are 3 anteaters in a trench coat. And the first thing that my mind was ready to ask was why liking the Minions was a red flag. He was breezing over 3 anteaters in a trench coat. Why is liking the Minions a red flag?
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right.
I don't understand the correlation.
Huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense
Oh,
just
not
hit the
Minions.
post quickly enough.
Oh, Minions
All
2.
the blockers had
I didn't
leverage
see
on
the
their
number
feet.
2.
Man, that defensive line has to get
There's so many numbers.
better, get some penetration to stop that outside road.
And he ran away from the defense.
It's just wild how easy it is to send Nick on a tangent. What's wrong with number 3? I'm assuming by the fact that he didn't like the second one, he just didn't bother watching the third. He just left the third alone,
Their will and moved the chains.
which is fair.
Touchdown, Kennesaw State. And once he found some daylight,
Love how coming into this, I was like, oh yeah, play the moments. That'll make these games a lot more difficult. It'll make things closer.
through the air. Looking
It'll just be a grand old time.
inside the 10.
We're absolutely decimating everybody we play. Which is how I know it's time to leave Kennesaw. We've done too much. And it should have been just a one-off movie, but no, we just had to appease the children and Facebook bombs.
Start the drive with a pass. He finds his man. No, what a move. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Facebook moms, though.
Sticks with the pass. Here we are on first down. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the
I like how we're specifically targeting Facebook moms there, too.
Take it in.
And just moms in general. When I'm pretty sure the only person I know one single person that has a massive Minions collection. Just a bunch of Minions plushies, the toys, the whole 9. One single person.
All kinds of
And it's not a mom.
He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd.
pretty far from a mom, actually.
Snap from
In a
the gun on
sense.
third down.
Depending on which way you want to look at it, it's pretty far.
Lost the defense, he's wide open.
This would actually be my dad.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's going to run it. Open space at the 25. Quarterback
Oh my god, Reynoso house call.
Yet another touchdown as
Who had a long Reynoso house call on the bingo card for UMass?
Where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved because this offense obviously.
More Steve Carell, the better. I mean, this is fair. Violet or Platinum? Ooh. I mean, Platinum is great. I mean, that's even more of a reason to... What you do, you come up with a team that would... or to run, that will perfectly capture Nick's attention. And you run that team in Violet. Oh, Oris, yes. Yes, yes. I will find a way. I will find a way for Oris. Oris is incredible. Oris over Heart Gold and Soul Silver? No, you know what? Loops, I feel like you expected that to be a hot take, but no, I agree. I agree. Like, don't get me wrong, Heart Gold and Soul Silver are great, but Oris is so much better. Loops almost got kicked from chats earlier for that comment. What? Why?
Kennesaw, Georgia, in the greater Atlanta area and home to the Owls of Kennesaw State, where these fans have been eagerly
Actually, why? Razzie. That explains a lot. That explains a lot. Because you know, only one of those games, only one of those sets of games is Gengar available before the postgame. Just on a natural playthrough. But no, in terms of looking at all the new features and everything that were put into them, Oris is just better. Like, and that is coming from somebody that replayed Heart Gold and Soul Silver 8 ton. But I haven't replayed anything more than Omega Ruby in terms of Pokemon games. It's Omega Ruby has just been top for me. I literally ran the worst direction I could have ran there. Jabera, I am sorry. See, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are also incredible. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are what Sun and Moon should have been in the first place. What didn't make sense, they said the reason that Sun and Moon had the performance issues it did is because they had peaked on what the 3DS was capable of. Then they actively go out, make a game that is even more involved. It's got more to it. It's still graphically the same and everything.
He's going to have to throw for it. It's incomplete.
And it has zero performance issues.
It's going to be a first down. 15 and a first down for this offense.
But you know, it would be worth it. That would be worthwhile.
Using his legs, it's Shabera. He bullies
Kids
his
these
way
days,
all the
Loops.
way down to the 5-yard
Kids these
line.
days.
Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's
It's like,
looking to throw.
they shouldn't have been, and I don't think they should. That catch was crazy.
Kennesaw State. No
Oh my god, that just caught me off guard.
7 as they push out that lead.
If you played Platinum or Auras, you know what? Worth it. It's so worth it. You've got you've got the amazing enhanced version with Platinum and the amazing remakes in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Oh, off the helmet. Thank you for actually giving us a replay so I can see what happened there. We doinked it off his helmet. Actually insane. I don't even know why I bothered lining up. I knew we were never going to get a snap off. See, I've got to get myself a 3DS capture card. There's so many things that I could see you doing that I would like to actually be able to just full on use physical hardware for.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Lets it fly. And that one falls incomplete.
Bro,
Trying
what?
to get a chunk play on that one.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots.
I'm gonna post a poll. Yo,
Play honest, safety,
do
play
it.
honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
And he won't quite
Do it.
get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. He'll throw
I will say I have noticed before, because I've gotten them, that it will give you community or it will show you sometimes community posts for channels that you're not sub to for some reason.
End zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got
It'll be
out of his
like,
hands
you
too
know, that's
quickly.
cool, but this,
Too accurate.
I'm pretty sure these should be for that person's community, not just
Fire now on 2nd down.
randomly spew these out, you know?
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen.
Like, the community posts are not for expanding community.
Got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense
It's
with
to
a first
communicate
down.
with your community.
Trying to find his man on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown.
The only game that matters in Gen 4? I mean, I wouldn't say that Heart Gold and Soul Silver don't matter, because they were Gen 4 releases, but
On 3rd down, going up top.
out of, like, the actual Gen 4,
He's got an open man.
like, for the new region games,
And the
Platinum really is, I think, the only one that matters.
like a Thanksgiving.
And it's like, I have all three, but let's be real. While I have all three, the only one out of the three that I've got physical that I've finished is Platinum. I don't even think I've started Diamond or Pearl.
11 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive
Even though
performance.
I had planned to, because I'm going to try to... I'm going to try to get a complete
7 is the lucky and skilled
living dex, not shiny dex, just a complete living dex of everything available within those games.
You can tell they got some momentum. You know, 7 weeks, obviously, that's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road. Great start.
More Chaos fusions. I mean, realistically, I think anything fused with either Miltank or Mr. Mime is going to be a Chaos fusion.
Tremendous talent. They've taken care of business up to this point, but now because they're undefeated at this point of the year, every game from this point,
Which was precisely why we just immediately started with those two.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
We are just... The roster that I have built up here, which most of is leaving along with me anyways. It's just insane. Also, somehow, it's not further boosting anybody. I feel like I did give the one that brought the most chaos already. I'm being honest. Though I feel like Clodsire Miltank might also bring a lot of chaos. But I don't think we want to massacre Clodsire like that. Clodsire deserves better. Okay. Why are you visit locked? This is the one I wound up in second on. Schedule you for week 9. Not doing athletic facilities. Definitely not doing it on the athletic facilities. Our facilities are awful. What do I know about you? So I am going to schedule you. Off coach prestige. Oh wait, I know everything. I know everything there is to know about this guy. Means we can hard sell on prestigious. We're going to soft sell him on it's game time. We'll do that so we get the rest of the time in. But no, I don't know much at all about you. Program tradition. No idea what that means. You did also reset to get Shiny Piplup and Shining Pearl. Oh, you did the briefcase simulator. Oh, that is like the probably one of the most cursed hunts in Pokemon. Because it takes so long. I'll be honest, I started Briefcase Simulator. I never finished. I never made it back to it. Okay, we on paper, we are very evenly matched with LSU. On paper.
Welcome to Kennesaw, Georgia, in the greater
In practice, we're going to end up destroying these guys.
Kennesaw State, where these fans have been eagerly anticipating this one all week. Today, we have one of the
Okay, I did move us to the SEC.
Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the winners of 6th straight, the Kennesaw State Owls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside.
See, oh, Piplup's great. Piplup was my original Gen 4 starter just because Penguin. That wasn't the... Whatever it lined me up in the first place was not the play I selected, but we got into that backfield so fast. So fast. I feel like right now, though, oddly enough, when I go back to play Gen 4, I end up with my go-to being Turtwig. It's because I like Torterra, and I'm well aware of how broken that evolution arc is with Torterra getting Earthquake as soon as it evolves. As soon as it's evolved to.
Pass to 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Owls.
I feel like we need some type of owl. Just something to commemorate this final and yet equally historic season at Kennesaw.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the pressure.
It's gonna feel weird. We're gonna leave Kennesaw on top of the world, and we're just gonna go somewhere that
Get back in the game as we open the second quarter.
we're most likely going back to the struggle for a bit to get back to national titles.
49-yard field goal is good.
It's gonna be surreal. Gonna head to bed now? Alright, yeah.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
We'll see you in the morning for sure.
Touchdown, Kennesaw.
Appreciate you coming in, Crystal. Hope you sleep well.
He wants
Let's
to start this
get-
drive with a pass. And he's gonna score. You don't give a hoot, Kennesaw.
All State does. Touchdown Owls. I'm sorry, did it just show me Kentucky beating Tennessee? That's gonna make me potentially, instead of going to a bottom feeder, want to run to Tennessee and just save them. I need to save my boys.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes his connection. Touchdown, Owls! And the punishment has been extended. They are seizing control and
Oh, not the punishment.
shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd.
I mean, it be like that sometimes, Aaron. It just be like that sometimes. And I've definitely been there a few times where it's like you really want to chill and it's just everything's just like no chill.
In with the run. And they're gonna
Just zero chill. Matt, how does it feel to see LSU getting dominated like that? How does it feel? Wow, only 70% for completions. It was throwing a lot of incompletions in the simulated portions. Had to have been. I'm pretty sure I was right on the money with every throw I made in this game. I could be wrong. I may have had a couple incompletions in there that I'm not remembering. I mean, sometimes it gets to the point where the lead is big enough that it feels like they don't matter. Oh, Joey Rosa, huh? I wonder where that generated name came from. I wonder who was on their mind when they generated that name. You can't tell me they didn't know what they were doing. And Joey Bosa living rent-free in their heads. Look at Zach Weinert here. 2 sacks, 6 tackles, 4 TFLs. We're just built different. And now we got Ole Miss. So I'm moving this guy to the bottom of the board. Just because he's already committed. I don't want to be stuck doing the thing where I'm having to, like, try to flip through or flip past everybody that has committed. to see the ones that I'm actively still trying to recruit. It's like, again, you know, I'm never going to get to see these guys at the field because I'm going to look at job offers and see if one of these super low schools is offering me.
Folks, it is time now for our game of the week, and we can't wait. Tremendous anticipation all
And regardless, I think I'm going to do
this matchup. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season.
Yep, that too. I'm going to just take whichever job is at the absolute worst school that offers me. So I know I'm going to be getting offered. Or maybe it'll give me the ability to just throw my name in the hat at another school that has an opening. It would be nice. Oh, wait, we get to see Oscar Bad News. I'm sorry, why is the tight end back there in a position that he is just scooping up the fumble and taking off running? Was that even a tight end? It could have been a receiver.
Looking to make a play deep downfield. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead.
What was that guy's name? I still can't see it. I'm sorry, was that guy's name Mahomes?
Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
Who did we just burn there? No. Mark Horns. Okay. I was like, did it really just generate a DB at some point named Mahomes?
Gonna pick up the third and short through the air. Graham down the middle. It's Shabira. They bring him down.
And then send him to Ole Miss to cope with the fact that
Plenty of time for some plot twists here
or that Mahomes didn't go to one of the like huge schools.
Offense getting set to run a first down play.
Like, it wasn't really a small school that he went to, but it wasn't a big one. Or it wasn't like one of the big time perennial championship contending schools. Brother went to Texas Tech.
And he takes it in for the score.
You are not going to tell me that we missed. That we just missed getting a tackle on that. If you want to show, then you remember you got to do art with shoutouts. I mean, the best thing you can do for that is to just don't feel like you got to rush through them.
And looking to throw now on first down. Rifles this football to the left. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. First down and 10 now. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary.
Cooked.
Can he get in?
That's cooked. So is apparently my entire squad.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Offense facing second and goal.
Bro, are they only a rushing team when I call the plays? They really are. They're only a good team at running the football when I call the plays. Which I guess tracks because they've yet to actually try and throw it against me. And they're not going to. A sack for Oscar Bad News.
Out of the gun now on third down. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. The catch is made for a huge pick.
We're just going to deep shot it right down the middle.
Explosive play by this offense. Big gain. The offense
Typically a bad spot.
They come to the line again, looking for some space. It's Shabira, and he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6. No huddle now.
No, not a bad spot. That is the ideal location for that. For that kind of coverage. Never mind.
Man, that's another.
2 high safeties. You want to go right up the middle. It's typically the safeties are going to end up bouncing to the outside. You try to help boundary corners. Don't think so, buddy. I don't think so, Scooter.
They're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Tackle made. Just a short game.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense.
I've yet to actually see a successful jet sweep
But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense,
that isn't one that it ran against me. The game is on the line. Make the stop. Are we serious? Oh, we're up by 6. The game is not on the line.
Receiver makes the grab. Really
Brother.
first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
Brother.
this is all you can hope for, really. The defense does their job. Get the offense back out in the field. It's a one.
Okay, no, I think I definitely hope that Oscar Bad News ends up in the portal so I can try and get him because he is just built different.
They'll try to pick up the 3rd down yardage on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And the Rebels.
A freshman from Texas.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's exhibit A for how to be physical.
And he's getting into that backfield so fast. Like his explosiveness off the line.
Owls offense back out there.
Yeah, he could not get through.
Last time. Now they're looking to respond.
And honestly, that explosiveness off the line out of Oscar Bad News there looked insane. Dude's like I'm pretty sure it said he was 335 pounds. And he's just exploding off the line.
It's just an elite long-distance house call. Tremendous speed on that back.
Well, great speed, and I'll tell you, if I'm a defensive coordinator, got to get to the sideline and talk about gap integrity. There's just
And all that talk on Bad News, I just completely kind of blanked on the fact that Jabera just made a huge run. Yeah, because that's the 50 that we're crossing there, like 20 yards in. Okay, that was with about... Looked like it was with about 3 minutes to go in the 4th. So I want to go back in to like the highlights thing or whatever, or the game summary, so I can see how long that run was.
Well, I don't blame the offensive
I am once again stating I want Oscar Bad News
They just didn't execute.
wherever I end up. So maybe we just can...
He's got some room. Can he get there?
Depending on how it works, they could do a thing where they just decide that schools have decided I'm not going to leave Kennesaw and they don't offer me, which would be awful,
Receiving team makes the
and it not let me go elsewhere in the first place. It's the last thing I want at this point is the game trying to ruin my plans.
On the set. Green 25.
In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack. And now it's the defense that calls timeout.
I hated every second of what it just did to me there.
As much clock as possible.
That hole was...
To try for 3
I could have drove a truck through that hole.
The field goal is good. And they add to their lead.
But as soon as I breathed in the direction of that hole, it closed. And I hated that. Alright, Bad News.
Trying for a 4th down completion. He fires this throw and is intercepted.
There's something about people on this team wearing the number 32. They just want to make big plays. This Jabera wears the 32. And the defender that just made that interception also wears the 32 because college football is a lawless landscape where you can have multiple players on the same team wearing the same number. The NFL would never allow this. Wherefore? That's Steve Shorter with the pick and the 32. Okay, that Jabera run was 87 yards. There was a penalty against Ole Miss on the PAT, and the computer decided to go for 2, and Kevin Matlock ran it in. That's crazy. Like, the depth that I'm leaving them with, the starting prowess that I'm leaving them with. Yeah, this is quite the roster to leave behind. I'm actively out here getting them more depth. Oscar Bad News. National Defensive Player of the Week. Jabera got Offensive Player of the Week when literally, like, about more than half his rushing yards were on one carry. Just feels wrong. And I think we're thankfully, because of how fast play the moments goes with the team that I have built, we're already only just a few games short of finding out who our next school is. That way we can
top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
Oh, it's gonna start us out with the ball too. Missouri is cooked. They're cooked.
Comes out throwing on first down. Taking a shot on the first play. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity.
I thought they were cooked right there too. I thought I actually did full on cook them.
It's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Oh,
I did.
Loves to fire downfield. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he'll take it to the house. He got
Cooked.
loose.
Trinidad just cooked him.
On the ready.
It felt like they kind of showed their hand that,
On 3rd down, he drops.
dude, what are these defensive tackles?
It's a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Bro, my defensive tackles are insane.
play ball on 3rd and short. Got some room and
So is Jabera.
And he'll
But I won't be leaving Jabera behind. The performances he's having for me right now,
at the end of the
he's
quarter,
going to be
Kennesaw
a
State
draft
on
pick.
top. Really strong performance so far to be
But
able to build
Also,
a
I
lead
feel
in
like
the
I've
first
said
period
this
as we look
before,
at the
and
stats.
they decided to absolutely cook me on it instead, and the
This could
player
be a pivotal moment
not only
in this
wasn't
game
drafted
as we enter
high,
the second
they just
period
flat out
trying
weren't
to
drafted.
find a way to answer. The inside handoff.
And like to this,
Get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
even now,
Kennesaw State coming out
I
with
can say
another
that I
first
don't
down.
understand how he doesn't get drafted.
Pulls it and fires to the left.
Or any of these receivers.
Strides his way in.
That one has to be. I mean, this
They'll dial
This
up the
roster's
run on
cooking.
1st and goal. And will cruise.
I've also hit a realization that there could come a time, depending on how bad the next coach does,
Speeding down the left side. Running inside the 20. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. And once
but there's a good chance they could go through a whole string of bad coaches after I leave.
they're going to open this drive with a pass. Showing the arm strength down the left side. The express
Leading
lane is
to
wide
them
open.
once again becoming a one-star school with awful recruits. To where when we decide at the new school it's time to go elsewhere
They'll give him 4 yards
and go
on
to
the
try to go to the
carry
worst school that
down to the
offers,
8-yard line. Going to
we
work
could
the
just
left
have an
side
offer to
and
come
pick
right
up the
back here.
first down without getting it into the end zone.
They could offer us to just come back to where it all started.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. Touchdown, Owls!
Which on the one hand, I think that could be entertaining to have to go and try and rebuild a team that you
On 3rd and long, try to
already
convert from the
built
air.
before.
He fires to the left
You
side.
just return to the house that we built.
Kennesaw-
You know, it's kind of like seeing AJ Styles end up back on SmackDown. Going back to the house that AJ Styles built. That is how you know that you just had a game as a team. Your QB only throws for 311. Mid-schlax? Yo. What is that a combination of? What did we fuse to get mid-schlax? I hung 70 on them. Just Munchlax in mid. Ah, so it's just Munchlax. Got it. Zach Kilpatrick from Carson, California has committed. Danny Folk from Manville, Texas. Sergio Sills from Joliet, Illinois. And no, I pronounced that wrong. We lost a couple of our recruits. Lost the halfback from Duncanville, Texas, Jeremy Liggins. We lost the wide receiver from Savannah, Georgia. Wow. How are you going to go commit to Florida State when you could have literally stayed close to home? That is the cheap college experience. You get to just live out of your own home. You don't have to pay for dorm. Conroe, Texas, and Columbia, Missouri. Can we lock down a Missouri recruit a week after hanging 70 on Missouri? Because that would be great. Thought about it, posted it to shout out Rosie to see if she gets mad about the name. I guess you'll find out in about 3 hours. About 3 hours when she wakes up. She wakes up at joking times. We're gonna find out that she hasn't yet to sleep.
Looking for space. It's Shabera. Oh, what a cut! At midfield, he's got
Oh, he gone.
Afterburner.
Shabera is gone.
And the defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way.
That's how you start a game. 76-yard house call. And then in simulation, it turned around and just made a big pass house call.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Quickly complete. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll take it all the way. They
Another house call. Maul with a big house call in the receiving game. Oh, it's gonna be comedy gold. Wow. Kentucky managed to make the game just close enough that third down, a random third down became big enough to have to jump back in. Bro, they're going onside right now. Oh, I mean, they're down 19.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
I had a moment there. I thought I was actually going to manage to house the onside without getting too fancy with it.
They'll run for it on third and short. Oh, big juke to get past. And they'll...
Man says 124 rushing yards on only 9 carries.
Kennesaw State coming out with another first down.
Big reason why
Kentucky had like a 90 overall defense.
running the football well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his
Shoulder the load.
all game long.
Man, that has about half as many carries as he's averaging a game on the year.
Knockdown, they mark it at the 10. Kennesaw
How is that shouldering the load? What are you talking about? What game are you watching?
third and short. They're trying to get to him. You don't
House call for Reynoso.
Kennesaw State does.
Touchdown on Owls.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
Bro,
Trying to escape.
like what just happened? Man didn't even do anything fancy and was silent on us.
looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He will step.
I'm sorry, did that say 286? Wait, do we not even have 300 yards passing yet?
Kennesaw State hopes to be wise here in the red zone. Throws
I'm gonna wisely get over 300 yards passing. Ah, you shall. You shall. She's gonna come in and probably just absolutely lose her mind. Oh no, we were over 300. We got 366. I read that number horribly wrong. I thought I saw 286 before that, like 20-yarder. And the lead that we had and the amount of time left, I know for a fact the computer never threw the ball. After that last one that I put up. 56-23 thrashing of Kentucky. Love that. Kentucky can get on out of here. We all appreciate Kentucky around these parts. I think I'm just gonna try to stack. You could remove her messages, make her go mad. Oh no. I feel like that could be going too far. We got Eric Durant. Fernando Fazande. I mean, could we be giving the next coach any better of a setup? There's 15 recruits locked down. They're all 4 and 5s. It is the top class in the nation. I mean, there's actually no way that any coach that they bring in messes this up, right? Right? Me patiently waiting for whoever they bring in to mess this up. I mean, I'm pretty sure if they want to make sure they don't mess it up, they could just hire Loop. Loop could be the next coach of Kennesaw State. I mean, you know, we gotta set up. I'd have to make sure I had the boys set up. That's gonna be such an exciting time. Vaughn Saunders. What a name. Stay on the recruiting trail. We are once again recruiting a bunch of amazing players. Actually, I can't even verify that some of these guys are amazing. I can just verify that they are players. Either way, actively looking to address team needs before we leave. Yeah, no, we got a lot of busts in there. A lot of busts, but that's fine. Also, I don't actually think that the build at the new school is going to be super simple. Because, I mean, school grades... If I get what I want out of a job offer, the grades for the school that I jump to are going to be awful.
As they like to say here, only the Gators come out alive. This place is cranked up and ready.
Like, I'll run over there, and all I'll have going,
We have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team.
or all we'll have going for us is team prestige,
Trying to get out alive. This will
or
be fun.
coach prestige, I mean.
See the number 1 team in the country, the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA's
I remember when Florida was actually a full-on legitimate threat consistently. And then 31 players from that roster got arrested
down he goes, a sack.
in the years following.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. This one's going to fall in.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this.
Did I keep
quarterback.
dropping
Third
back
down,
there?
Critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Well, this isn't what I want.
Yards here on fourth down to keep the drive alive. Quick throw to the left side. The pass
That
is
was just a bad decision. But that one, I had to have just accidentally kept dropping back until I, like, full-on activated the defensive pressure.
The sack sets up second down.
Okay. Not surprised I got home so easily with Kenyon. That's another freshman D tackle. Which apparently
Quarterback drops back.
my freshman D tackles are just insane.
Catch hauled in here over the
It I hate what it just did to me there.
very solid gain, but
I hate every second what it just did to me there. I had... Oh, it's a Florida quarterback wearing 15. It's just Tim Tebow.
he's moving out of the pocket. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line. And the Gators looking to cap the drive here. It's first and goal.
These are the type of plays that are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him.
He's
tied up.
channeling
They
the
thought they were
he's
gonna get him.
channeling the powers of Tim Tebow.
Shotgun formation here on third down. From the pocket delivery.
The fun fact with, you know, the kind of basic knowledge of how of how heavily religious Tim Tebow is. He was also on that team
Deep, going for it all here.
that had of future convicts there of the 2008 Florida Gators.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
It's like, it feels like it just has to be the only reason.
Great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
That team
Heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
didn't end up getting found in or doing things and getting arrested in the first place was just Tim Tebow's faith. It was just too powerful.
Deep to the left side.
They weren't keeping Pullard contained all game. They just couldn't. And they weren't gonna tame Reynoso's arm like that either.
That's reeled in. It's Shabira. He has first down yardage at the 46.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Keep it short, and now torch him with Bullard.
And they heave it deep downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain.
As long as I get out and make... Good Lord!
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. It's a highlight reel diving catch there.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play
Actually,
was a chance.
what?
How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards.
Okay. That's getting re-enabled. Oh my god. I'm re-enabling that because I am not sure whose server is popping off right now, but I am okay
Help this defense down in the red zone.
on listening to that.
Looking to the end zone. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. And he's
Was he
brought down.
funniest? I'm not sure. Is it... I'm in like this weird spot, I think, with typos right now where when asked about the, or just the funniest typo in general, the one that I tend to think of is one that Kristen made a long time ago.
Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Lets it go quickly. And that one's picked off. What a play. Going the other way. Can they stop him?
Because the chat that she made it in, I just remember the streamer
Needs a completion here on fourth down.
absolutely losing their mind at it, to the point that we wound up rating and going over there, and we made that typo the entire sentence that the typo was in the raid tag. Honestly, a top 5 moment. Oh, she went to ask, kind of in a joking manner, you know, that just, can you not read? And what she actually ended up having typed and sending was, cannot you not read it? It was just something about it. I think it was just so shockingly wild, because you have an F at the end of read that wasn't meant to be there. Grammatically, the sentence was all over the place. It was just like a certified insane moment. Oh, lordy.
Welcome to Kennesaw, Georgia, in the greater Atlanta area and home to the Owls of Kennesaw State, where these fans have been eagerly anticipating this one all week. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the winner.
It was just such a wild moment, and felt like something that Rosie would have done. In fact, I think had I not been there and just saw that tag coming in on raid and saw Rosie involved, I would have just assumed that it was her that made it.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
He boomed it through a 50-yard
I did say.
showing off that powerful leg.
They sent it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The freshman.
He's not throwing for it. He is not throwing for it. Because my freshman D tackles on this squad, on this team, are just built.
And it's caught.
I don't know what the free safety was doing. I just caught him literally napping. He was in position to where he absolutely should have stepped over and ruined that whole experience for me.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and
And
short.
instead, he just stood there.
They finally get him on the ground. Change for the first down. This Kennesaw State offense.
Like, apparently that free safety is just bad.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And he's got it.
You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owl.
The give to the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet.
Oh, he's gone. He's just gone. There was nobody else.
And once he found open space,
There was nobody else between Matlock and the end zone. Just that one guy that I broke his ankles. I went dead leg and broke his ankles.
throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Open runway ahead. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
I mean, Oklahoma. Oh, Oklahoma, what are we doing?
They'll throw it on 1st down.
But Oklahoma was supposed to be good. What I'm seeing right now is a very uninspired team.
On 4th down, looking to pass. It's incomplete and they'll
I almost user picked that by complete accident. That's craziness.
keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown!
So I switched before I meant to switch. Like, I switched before I actually even made the attempt to take down the QB.
Try to toss it.
Oh, got him!
To him and
Got him! Dude, Kenyon over here is actually a lot of fun.
on 4th down, they'll pass for it. and is going to be batted down.
I love how man's right there. My man's right there. Could have just turned around
We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense.
and intercepted that. And instead he chose just go fancy with it, jump up and just swat it away.
He'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
It ain't moving far. Touchdown.
And we have breaking news.
I mean, if anything's going to get these guys, all of my players drafted in the first round, it's going to be SEC bias of being absolutely dominant. They'll use that bias of claiming that we did this in the toughest conference in college football. And if I'm being honest, a lot of people claim that, or there's been so many people that have claimed that it's the Big Ten. I don't agree. I can't agree to that. The Big Ten have a total of 3 teams that are phenomenal programs overall. You got Ohio State, you got Michigan, you got Penn State. That is every legitimate contender of the Big Ten. I mean, UCLA and USC both just jumped over there for this year, but you gotta give them at least a year or two. To really see what they're bringing to the table in the Big Ten. To see if they're going to increase the number of powerhouse schools in the Big Ten. I very highly doubt it out of UCLA right now. They have not been doing too hot in recent years. But in the SEC, you have Bama, who's always a legitimate contender. You've got Georgia, who's a legitimate contender. You've got LSU that has recently won a national.
Welcome everyone to the original conference championship.
And had a Heisman.
There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players.
You've got the resurgence of Tennessee. You've got Kentucky trying to shift into being a football school and seemingly doing pretty good about it.
This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. 2 teams ranked in the
Got Florida trying to sneak their way back. South Carolina's starting to become a threat again, which isn't something anybody thought they'd be hearing anytime soon.
Taking on the winners of 12 straight, the Kennesaw State Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going.
And I mean, realistically, I think and now Texas and Oklahoma are over there to add more strength to the conference, but realistically, it makes sense for there to be a lot of really tough schools within that conference. Just from a geographic standpoint, you know, it's the weather is going to be nice and warm for the majority of the year. You know, the majority of the season, you're not dealing with anything super ice cold. By the time you reach the point you are dealing with stuff that's super cold, and within their little part of the U.S., you're making it into bowl season, and those are played in the warm areas.
And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. Second down after that previous play. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone.
Yeah, meaning it's time for this QB to take off running again. Never mind, Liner just ended his whole existence.
So on fourth down now, out comes the field goal unit. This will be a 39-yard attempt. Oh, and it's blocked. Somebody got a hand on it.
Well, you don't see this very often.
I'm glad my defense needs my help. How about my offense that has been absolutely non-existent?
On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line.
And I'm going to assume, as far as the game's concerned, they're going to continue to be non-existent until the game's almost out of reach, rather than letting me get involved. Alright, we're down 14. Can I run my offense now? Thank you. Good lord. I had to sit through like 4 defensive possessions and only 2 stops before I get to attempt to score with this offense. Why is Bulaga in at quarterback?
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Where is Reynoso?
With a new set of downs. Quick pass, here comes a jet sweep. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done.
Awesome. It's got my backup quarterback in. Got my defense apparently once again needing my help. Because now we're not down double digits, so apparently my offense just needs no assistance.
Second down, we're going to throw it. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there.
Let's change this up a bit, shall we?
Across midfield.
Jesus Christ, number 9 got some wheels. Number 9 had some wheels, but
Huge roll here. They
I was going to say we tied her up, but no, somehow apparently we missed the extra point, and they put up a field goal.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And they pick up the first down to the 23.
Good lord. Once again, I can see the defense needs my help.
They're going to throw for it on third and short.
Dropped.
Good defensive play brings up a fourth down. So they're short on fourth down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. Remember, he had one blocked earlier in the game.
Should have had another one blocked, but no, he skied it.
All tied up.
That's what's happening. We're skying the kick. I've got to have him kicking from like 60 yards out.
Oh, here comes the reverse. He stopped.
I'm so glad that I had a guy over on that side. Just for you to tell me that I had to give up almost the full 10 yards because they reversed.
Open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Oh, great. Great. It's going to do what it wouldn't let me do if I tried.
On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score.
And it's just going to slow their runner down. Right there near the goal line. so that they get more time to eat the clock.
Catch made on the right side. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw.
It's really going to try to make us go out losing the SEC title.
Gets into space at the 50. They make the stop, but not before he gains the first down. The screenplay works.
And giving us a very mediocre game out of Reynoso,
Fires it to the wideout. And he's got it.
who wouldn't know a mediocre game.
The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. He's running out of time here. And the defense
Okay.
hand in there to break the pass up.
So 22 is just the fastest man alive. Got it.
Right on the receiver's hip. They saw the ball and just swatted her away.
All that separation that was getting created there meant nothing.
He's going to take off. He's past the marker, still on his feet. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, there you go. You save your best scramble today for a bit of a situation in the fourth quarter, and you pick up the first. I mean, you don't want to use that early in the game, right? You want to make sure you save.
Okay. I'm expecting a lot of run.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
I should have been anyways. That's 20. That was his 22nd run of the game.
And the wideout goes in motion.
They're just not throwing it.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards.
Except for on that jet touch.
By the defense. The important play right here. Close game, fourth quarter, third and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. So they bring him down. They tried to run for it on third and long. A cautious play call. Doesn't work.
Oh boy.
Will line up to punt it away.
We're trying to run all the time off. Which honestly is not a good play for Georgia.
Space here. And the returner is tackled.
Was not a good decision on their part.
Kennesaw State's offense out there now. So here we go. One last chance to win it in regulation and avoid the risk of overtime. Great footwork. A big opening now. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race.
Because now they have to throw their whole run game that they've apparently sliced and diced the defense with all game out the window.
Come out throwing. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And the coach quickly calls.
Oh, let me guess. We're gonna try and shred. It's gonna say they're gonna shred us through the air.
Right now. First down, looking to throw the ball. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. It's a turnover.
Take it back.
They're trying to put their hat on a ball. They do.
Their QB makes terrible decisions.
The offensive coordinator.
Because why did he just keep running backwards?
And the single
Just get rid of it. You were out of the pocket.
defense trying to preserve as much
You
clock as possible.
had the ability to just throw that ball away.
Important. They want to avoid a third and long.
Instead, you just choose to keep running backwards and then cough it up. Kirby Smart, if, you know, they haven't replaced, like, the video game version of him that they've created here, is losing his mind.
This run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, we can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm
We are
Chris Brown.
not
This has been another
leaving
presentation
Kennesaw without the
of
SEC title.
football.
That belongs to us. We'll immediately be able to get to work on recruiting when we change schools too, because we'll get the transfer portal and off-season recruiting with wherever we go, which will give us that opportunity. got my level up from winning the SEC title. That is actually big. Because I want Program Builder. Because I plan to use it for much of anything. But it'll guarantee us some, should give us more offers. So Gaffney winning a Defensive Player of the Week is crazy. By week, that's right. Job offers don't start until bowl season. Okay, our offensive coordinator got the Royals Award. Bullard got Player of the Year. Reynoso got the Heisman. The Johnny Unitas Golden Armor Award because he was a senior. Bullard gets Best Receiver. Reynoso gets Best Quarterback. Shabera gets Best Running Back. Left guard gets Best Interior Lineman. Center with the Best Center Award. 52 pancakes is insane. Few job offers. All openings. Georgia State might actually be the worst one that's open right now. Houston's on the same. Iowa. Kent State. Between Kent State and the New Mexico Lobos. And I kind of like New Mexico. UTSA is also on the tape. The Georgia State Panthers are also on the table. I think it's going to be the New Mexico Lobos. I can only take the ones that I was offered. Which are a head coaching job at Clemson and 3 offensive coordinator jobs. Why can I not just... I will never understand why I can't just toss my name into the hat for a lesser school. So, I mean, I guess unless one of those lesser schools offers me, I guess we're going to stay at Kennesaw. Because I'm not going to leave to go to Clemson. Boston College, Cincinnati, Nevada, Toledo. Oh, and Toledo only wants me as an offensive coordinator. Eastern Michigan would have been a great shout. I have a feeling we're gonna end up being stuck at Kennesaw for another year because I'm not getting the offers I want. I'm getting offers for schools that are already built. Or already built fairly well. Don't want to just go to a 3-star school. I want to go somewhere worse. Come on, y'all. I've built one 1-star program all the way up. Let me build another one. Like, on the one hand, we are getting new offers. And there were openings there that weren't there before, but just nothing I was interested in. It's all schools that were too good.
Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive.
I'm gonna redock that for a second. See if I can get it fixed. It did. All right, I fixed it. I wasn't even getting the control panel. Which was atrocious.
Trying to find room. It's Shabira. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No huddle here for the offense.
Well, we've seen this from this defense all year long, the ability to stop the run, and they get things started here on this first play of the game with being
Shabira.
The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down.
Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. If you look at the jukes, much like Shakira, those hips don't lie.
Looking to throw it deep. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. This offense comes out.
Just how it goes. Actively awaiting to see if
Takes the handoff, looking to throw.
I don't know how many more weeks it's going to allow me to
Slides down.
take on offers from other schools, so we're either going to be stuck here for one more year because I
Receiver in motion now.
didn't
To throw. It starts. Defense is coming after him.
go
The freshman introducing himself to the quarterback there.
to anyone in the first week or the second week. Or we're going to have another week and actually have an opportunity at one of these lesser schools.
Better run it in on first and goal. And he's tackled down at the 4.
I mean, it's like you would think that these are one of those like lesser schools that hasn't actually offered me would see me looking at them in the first place and be like, "Ayo, could have the best coach in college football today here."
On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. That's a big play. Moves the ball down inside the 30.
How many first downs is that on this drive? This defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
Looks like he's going to run it. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going. This is the 6th play on the drive. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw, and he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that I was flinging it deep there, but I mean, it was going for it all.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That one is incomplete. The defender.
Speaking of dropping back and throwing, that is all that receiver did. You know,
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here.
Marcus Michaels really just went catching the ball. Now we don't do that here. Not anymore. Bruh. If I can get this pass off, this screen is going to work to such perfection.
Jukes to get past a man. I want to move, goes right through the tackle. He's got room to run
Dude, number 20 might just be the strongest man
Marked out of bounds, but it's
in the world. The world's strongest man back there.
plays through the air. The offense really clicking here. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. And the defense just makes the stop short of the goal line, brought down at the 1.
Because
So here comes second down now.
he didn't juke. Oh, Jesus.
And it's a touchdown.
94 just got deleted.
Is a flag down. Let's check out the marker. Of course, they'll decline the offside.
Love watching an offensive lineman just get absolutely deleted.
Possession game here in the second half.
It's a great job of this offense.
Or a defensive lineman, I mean.
And having
A line just deleting the guy as soon as the ball's snapped.
They now have, as you said, Chris, this 2-possession lead. They got a great chance.
How do you
to
not pick that?
win.
How do you not intercept that? I mean, either way, it's our ball, but come on. He put that right in your hands, buddy. This is why you play corner and not wide receiver.
Get some space around the 30.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They don't.
So I love how I was just talking earlier about how this defense has been really, really good at stopping the run.
Shotgun.
And then I just come out and do that.
It's complete. They make the first down. Brought down. And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run
So
out
it
the
is.
clock and secure an impressive win here today.
So it is the 2-minute warning. And so it also is an impressive win. So when you go into the college football playoff and you take out Georgia by 35,
Another nice run by this
I mean, when you take out Georgia in back-to-back games in the first place,
the reason that they're going to win this football game and advance to the next round.
we beat them by 11-1, and now we're taking them by, well, now 42. Or 42. Math is hard. Ended up taking them by, no, I was right, it would have been 42. Took them by 35. I gave up. Defense gave up a score. 25 carries for Shabira. Or Shabira, I guess is how they're pronouncing it. It's another Sugar Bowl win. This team just can't stop, won't stop. Which is why I'm trying to go to a bad team. I want to go to a team that's going to struggle. I want to be able to get back to hard fought victories, and we're just not going to get that here anymore. Not with how I recruit. The offers changed. And we've got Boston College, Cincinnati, who's already a top school. I'm just getting a bunch of good schools. Toledo's top candidate is me. Could go to Toledo, but no, that's for offensive coordinator. Why would I want to, if I'm going to leave a school as a head coach with multiple national title wins, I'm not going to go to a lesser school as an offensive coordinator. Texas A&M. I don't have any offers now. Right there, it would have been exactly what I wanted. Utah State being a 1-star feels weird. With that kind of a thing. look, James Madison's or looking for a head coach. They're not offering me because they would rather have a tactician. That's their preference. They're preferring a primary archetype motivator. Apparently, even though their top guys are elite recruiter and then program builder. Kent State head coach is at the top of the wants for the one. No, I think we're stuck here. I think we've managed to get ourselves locked into another year at Kennesaw State because the schools that we want to go to, it's just not even having them offer us. Which feels so dumb.
Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which of course is
You're not going to tell me that
football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage.
one of those schools isn't going to just toss up a Hail Mary.
Find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal.
Just in the event that I could go there.
Over their heads. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the top-seeded team.
It just doesn't add up.
Kennesaw State Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this.
I'm going to be honest, I just might end up doing
the national championship game.
The same. But also what I might do is I think I'll keep the save state for the Kennesaw one.
The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
But I do kind of think that I'm going to end up taking and just
And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
starting a new.
Playing with tempo now.
Actually, I don't even know if I start a new Dynasty.
Using the ground game here.
What I do next in this, I might go and do.
An explosive play, big gain, spotted down near the 37.
Yeah. That too, don't you forget it.
Running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game.
Might just do Road to Glory next.
Not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. So 2 big plays in a row. The defense is reeling here. Now it's 1st and goal. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
I think that'll be the next thing we do is just Road to Glory. Where we're a player instead of a coach.
Try and muscle for the 1st down. Tackle, but only after
We have
picking
to.
up a fresh set of downs.
We'd have to balance making sure
Offense is moving quickly down the field.
that we maintain a high enough GPA
First down to keep this drive alive early in this game.
to
The offense really is
be eligible to play.
thinking about a field goal. We're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Catch made in the end zone.
While also putting some focus into our development as a player who can to continue or to become or continue to start.
Shotgun. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain. So down here in the red zone,
There's going to be a lot of involvement in Road to Glory.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. On the ground, it's Little. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, the sack is made there by the freshman.
Jesus Christ, Alexander Kenyon is just insane.
Set with 6 defensive backs. Instead of manning up and applying pressure on the receivers, they sit back.
The kick is blocked. Somebody got a hand on that. The defense has got it. It's still a live ball. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. At the 30. Past the 20.
Picture.
What picture? Which one? Which picture? Because we are officially just taking it to A&M.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. So
I just can't believe that I'm not getting the type of job offers that I was looking for. A waving munchlax.
throw it here on 2nd down.
Hey yo.
Receiver makes the catch.
That's taken.
Well, we'll kick
So
field
on
goal.
4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. This will be an attempt from 52 yards. Let's see if he's got the distance. Knocks that one right down.
We haven't done much field goal kicking this season, so
Comeback in store. We're going to find out.
when you're not really kicking field goals, it's kind of hard to either both develop a kicker and get your kicker to be drafted in the first place, because he's not showing off what he can do.
Trying for a 4th down completion.
And it can't be that bad. And the way, or the fact that you keep on, that you've kept on going with throwing in the first place while thinking they look bad is exactly how you get better at it. You can't get better at something without actively doing it.
He's swarmed by the pass rush.
You know? I mean, yeah. Go for it. Into the hoods. Beginning to think based off a lot of what the smaller schools are looking for, that it might be coach level is the reason why they're not giving me offers. They're offering like a bunch of level 50 coaches. National championship against Michigan. Houston's coach retired. So did Iowa's, apparently. UT fired theirs. Oh, that's talent's not age. I'm sitting there and I'm like, Georgia Tech hired a 91-year-old head coach. I was like, excuse me? Yeah, no. I think we're gonna end up. We're gonna play this natty. We're gonna win this natty. I think that might actually be how we end up ending.
Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this. The battle
I would
for the
typically
national
go a lot
championship
longer
in
with one of
college
these
football
night streams, but
immortality. A moment that every young football player grows up
I don't know, for
dreaming
some
about.
reason I'm very tired
What a
tonight.
matchup this is. Two survivors of the expanded college football playoff grind. Two of the top 4 seeds when it all began. Both
So I'm
sides
still
have been
recovering a bit.
challenged and pushed all year and through the playoff. Now it's time to find out who can take that final step. As we'll see the 3rd seed in this playoff, the Michigan Wolverines. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. That one takes it across the 30-yard line. The game makes it 2nd and medium. Same tailback, another carry. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Breaks a tackle into the clear. Refusing to be brought down before gaining 1st down yardage.
There we go.
The offense going with the hurry up.
There we go.
Boy, the defense misses out on an opportunity to get off of the field. They got the offense to 3rd down, and they just weren't able to prevent them from...
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race.
Get absolutely juked out by a tight end. That's craziness.
And now the handoff. They stop him
Also,
after
I
a score
just-
game. So 2nd and 4. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle. Gonna run it.
I've just forgotten how to math, so I was getting ready to say that somehow Michigan had played fewer games. No, they were 12-3, so I mean, they did not play in the wild card, or whatever they're actually calling that first round, the round of 12, whatever they are calling it. They were Big Ten champs. Trinidad, please.
Shotgun here on 3rd down. That's a bullet pass to the left side. The catch is
I wish I would have
tackle is made at the
went
4.
rack.
1st down and goal. The
Instead,
offense
for some reason, I
on the
went
door with a 1st and goal.
secure catch.
He's got it near the end zone.
Or we'll just flip one up there for Maul. Bro, this game's going to be over at halftime.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. And that's incomplete. They weren't.
Oh, we did get the field goal. We kicked the field goal there,
And looking to throw now.
I think. Or did we get a safety?
Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
No, it wasn't. It was 42-14. I think we got a safety there.
Positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustment.
That deep shot is caught for a big gain.
We'll advance far enough on the off season to see where our players get drafted.
From the gun, he looks for an open man.
Who all gets drafted, where they get drafted. As for that, I am genuinely curious.
42 Spider. 4-2.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. But it's incomplete.
Game, a set, match.
Out of the gun
As if
now.
it wasn't already over in the first place.
And the pass is dropped.
Another chaos pass. Ooh. What else can we go for that'll be true chaos?
Keep it on the ground to work the clock here.
Need something truly chaotic and cursed. I don't know. Suddenly everything chaotic and cursed just disappeared from my mind. We needed one more point there. We could have had a very nice ending. Also, I love how we just won like 4 or 5 straight national titles and I couldn't get an offer from a terrible school. I'm almost certain, thinking about it, that if I would have probably taken that offensive coordinator job at Toledo, I probably could have gotten a bad school to offer me something. The end of that following year. But of course we didn't. Really apparently messed that up. Coach stability went down. Oh, meaning, let me guess. Right at the end there, somebody hired a coordinator. Let's look at players leaving. Trinidad. No persuasion chance. And I'm fine with that. He's a round 1 pick. Reynoso in round 4 is gross. Round 7 for Steve Shorter. Round 3 for Shabira. And round 6 for Greg Mall. Okay. Trinidad going round 1 with no chance of getting him to come back. There was definitely a point that happened as a typo. And then I think she just started doing it just to do it. Reynoso went in the 4th. Why? Why? Hmm. What if we do edit, coach? What happens? Nothing. Coach contracts? I've got 2 more years that I can be at Kennesaw. I'm wondering if after that it'll be when it would actually let me just have a pick from the retire. Is there an achievement for retiring? I need to know. No. Also not very many achievements that I don't have. We'll target everyone that had any interest. Some of these guys aren't really locked in on where they want to go. 98 change of direction. I thought that said 98 speed, and I was like, how is it only a 3-star? 99 change of direction? Holy crap. Coach Prestige. Sure. Also Coach Prestige. Also Coach Prestige. Good time for you? I mean, it's about the same over this way. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap or go through this off season. I mean, I guess I may as well. Appreciate you, Matt. Thank you. Thanks for coming in and hanging out, man. As State, A&M, Syracuse. Oh, of course, the one that seemingly just insta-committed to Ohio State is the one that had the 99 change of direction. You're blinding yourself if you keep looking at your TV wrong. Oh, stop looking at the TV wrong. What are we doing? can't even target anybody. Everybody's already locked me out. Other than who I'd signed. That was craziness. So if I didn't get if I don't have top class still, it's not my fault. Oh, and I do. By a lot. Oh, I had 8 5-stars and 9 4s. Of course we had a stellar class. Luck is the starter. How good he's the lefty. Okay, so maybe I do need to do a little bit more time at Kennesaw because I forgot I got the Southpaw QB. And we got Christian Lord. Trolls be trolling, oh lord. I'm honestly gonna be wrapping up here in a couple minutes because I'm so tired. For no reason at all. I'm trying to lurk you get in bed. Alright. I'm gonna take a quick glance, see what the team's gonna look like for the upcoming year. And honestly, I think I'm just gonna sim the year. I'm just gonna sim the whole season and see what kind of job offers are coming in. I'm being honest, because I feel like we've already done all that we need to do at Kennesaw. Sorry, what was that deep route running? Oh, 77. I read the speed as the deep route and I was like, yo. But also in rather entertaining news, we've already locked in a recruit. Oh yeah, I believe it's going to be taking us into the 2035 season. Wow, we made that recruit lockdown. Yeah, 2035. We in the future, all right. Just gonna jump straight to the first CFP poll. See how the team performed. Because I said the only concern here is seeing what our next school is. I need to know. If we don't get one, if we don't get an offer that is what I'm wanting, then Road to Glory will be what's up next for this game on stream, because As far as I didn't do anything for the recruiting. Oh, like, I'm pretty sure the entire board probably just locked us out. No, actually, the game put some time into it. Oh, we're 4-4. What in the world? Yeah, I think it still said we were 3-1 in conference play. Just craziness. May have been 1-3 too. I didn't really pay attention to that number like I probably should have. Get a Rosie mid-lines. I mean, probably true. How'd this team actually wind up doing on the year? We went 9-4, 7-1, and we still won the SEC. We still finished first in the SEC. With one head coach offering right now, and it's from the Oklahoma Sooners. You know, Eastern Michigan, you could just offer me, I'll come. I'll come coach you. Georgia Southern. I mean, I would prefer, I think, Eastern Michigan, who for some reason wants a defensive coordinator from elsewhere. They offered the head coach from Wisconsin. We still made it into the CFP. Boise State. Quite low enough. Washington State. Roy. And Sam Houston. Arkansas State would have been good. San Diego State. San Jose State. Georgia State. And FIU. Either one of those would have been perfect. Wyoming would have been good. James Madison. Texas State. Which they have a little bit of interest. But it's not enough interest to apparently actually be offering me. So I'm going to get offers from a bunch of like 3-star schools. Yeah. We're trying to get like one of those like 1-stars to offer us a head coaching job. And for some reason they just won't. Look, New Mexico is once again trying to hire or looking for a new head coach, and they're not offering me. UL Monroe. Is there something in the settings? Or why is this on freshmen? No wonder why the scores were popping off. That should not have been on freshmen. What in the world happened? I do. There's something over here that I can use to... No. There's nothing in the options. To give me the ability to just jump to another team. I hate that. I hate every bit of that. Like, I want one of those lesser schools to let me go there. Like, why is there no option to just apply for the openings? Good Lord. Just let me go to one of these weak schools. Oh my God. Even full simulation where we might win another national title. Which is insane. Do we win another one? It with being in simulation, did it win another one? It did not. Somehow. Why? I feel like the hiring system in this is just bad. Like, I'm sorry. Like, look, if these schools are all looking for a head coach, okay? And I, as what it's basically been, like, the best coach in the league or in college football can't just pick and choose from any of the openings to go when I want to go. Something about that feels weird. I will do one more season. Just one. I don't like finding a gem at 5-star middle linebacker. Have to jump all the way to the bowl games. I could apparently just do that from the preseason in the first place. All the way to bowl games. So yeah, we're just gonna see if we can somehow once again make it all the way back to the national title in full simulation. And it all depends. I think it's because the last time I was doing the simulating, I went to the first CFP poll and then to the bowl games. This time I went straight to the bowl games. I didn't break it down. We wound up 5th in the SEC, and I don't know what it was doing playing style wise, but it looked like it was just force feeding the running backs constantly. Wow, we did not, because we didn't make the CFP. Also, once again, I'm seeing a bunch of one-star schools that need coaches. None of them offered me. Actually, nobody offered me at all. And also, we just lost Penn State. Air Force. Air Force, why? Kent State, once again, is looking for a head coach. I'm going to end up, I think, or doing some research. Just to see kind of what it takes to get the kind of offers that I'm wanting. Wow. The lefties actually running to the draft. I'm thinking it is because we didn't. I think we should have leveled up like another 7 times apparently. QB went in the first round. Got him in the second. DeMarco in the third. Kindred in the fifth. Walker in the fifth. And Glowinski in the sixth. It really is because, like, that means we actually
can't unlock anything else. So yeah, I think yeah, okay. That's cool. I mean, I can't go for it. Don't think it is a thing. Oh, I think what we do. Oh, we can create a new character? We could just retire the retire from college football. We're just gonna retire this character from college football. Oh, look, we could get 10% off a Madden. Oh, wow. It doesn't have any kind of a graphic for it. It just takes you out. We could do Road to Glory. We could start Road to Glory, but I'm going to wait. Also, let's just talk about the gloriousness that is for a second. Nico Yamalea Bayava right there. Look at that, man. And I'm gonna wrap for now, and I think the next time we bring this game in, it's just gonna be Road to Glory. We're gonna go as a player. What if we start?
Hey everyone, this is let's
It
get
sure
started
was.
by choosing
We could
the
be.
caliber of recruit you want to be. The higher your star rating, the better your chances of seeing the field early. Plus,
We could
you
go
get some
elite.
extra mental abilities to
We
help
could
boost
blue chip.
what you can do on the field.
Yeah. We can do contributor. We can do underdog. Okay, so those are the options. That's just what we needed to know. Okay, we know what the options are. Honestly, I don't know much else about how the mode works, but we know what our recruit options are. But yeah, that's how we're going to end. We're going to end with the retirement. I appreciate everyone coming, hanging out, seeing out the end of Coach Larvesta. It was a great run. Now I'm not going to bother with trying to raid. I don't think. I'll look and see if there's anybody going, but I don't know. Over the there's quite a few people going, but there's nobody that I think there's really. Yeah, because I mean, the three that I see that are going that I would know for sure what we're getting into that make I don't think it makes sense with how many people we still have hanging. But all right, so I'm just gonna end. I'll probably end up doing two streams later because I do have another thing planned out in the works that I'm gonna try to slip in. But until then, everyone be well, stay safe.
Bye, guys.